How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. I'm with Kelly Bone today, the veg foodie.
I don't really go by that name. It's like so old at this point.
What do you go by
and
now?
Just my name, Kelly Bone.
Kelly Bone.
Yeah. So I know it's even like the official name that was kind of used here, the veg foodie. But it's like that name is from before like foodie became like a bad word. So that's how long I've had it. I basically just try to use my own name.
Is it still a bad word today? Because I know
I feel like it
goes through
is.
phases.
Yeah, because I feel like
Just
there's still
influencer.
like it's like they're considered almost like the boomer influencer to be a foodie. It's always like, ugh, those people.
Yeah, that was so 2013, something like that. Maybe even.
Older than that.
Ooh, okay, good to know.
Yeah.
So I always ask this one question when we get started.
Okay.
What's good dough?
Oh man, I was not prepared for that. I know you always ask that. And
I do.
Okay, I guess
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna go with just a well-made, well-fermented dough is what is good, as
Yeah.
long as it's not sloppy.
As long as it's not sloppy. There's a lot of sloppy pizza out there, unfortunately, but we have some really good ones. Did you have any fun pizzas today and yesterday?
There's not a lot of vegan pizza here, which
Okay.
is obviously my kind of jam. Yesterday, I mean, by far the best I had was, it's also a favorite, Tribute. And he wasn't officially doing vegan pizzas, but he made special for me, and it was very, very, very good.
Awesome. Why vegan pizza? Why vegan?
Why vegan? Well, I'm basically care very much about the animal rights issues, and it just aligns with my morals. And the more I read up about veganism, I was like, I believe in all of this, so I can't be a hypocrite and not move towards that lifestyle. Officially like 8 years being vegan, so.
Was it vegan first and then you started writing about food, or?
No. I started writing about food long before that. I was vegetarian at the time. I specialize specifically in pizza, which is how I kind of know a lot of people here. And it's pretty easy to write about pizza as a vegetarian, but it's much harder to do that as vegan. So that's why now most of my actual professional writing focuses on vegan food, not pizza, because there's just not a lot of content, and frankly, there's not a lot of great vegan pizza out there that's worth writing about.
Before we continue with this episode, I just want to let you know that every week I send out a weekly newsletter for this podcast. It goes ahead and summarizes what the podcast is that just released. And I figure that if I can send you this email with 5 bullet points, it can save you 15 to 30 minutes, because I understand that every podcast that I put out isn't for everybody. Some people are on different levels. A lot of people have different interests. And so I don't want you to have to invest so much time to figure out if this podcast is for you. Go ahead and just click an email, read the description, the 5 bullet points, and say, this is an interesting podcast. Or maybe I'll wait till the next one, because we only have so much time and attention throughout the day, and I respect that. So if you want that newsletter every week coming from your boy, please sign up using the link in the show notes. Alternatively, you can just email me, idrift@whatsgooddough. Link to that will also be in the show notes. And just let me know that you want to receive an email from me from time to time. I appreciate you. I love you. Now let's get on to this episode.
Where is your professional stuff going on?
My professional writing is mostly on Eater San Diego and for Edible San Diego also.
How have you seen, because you've been in this like reporting sort of, age for quite some time now, you said, I don't know, maybe 10 plus years?
Yeah, more than 10 years.
Yeah. How has the landscape just changed in general from like pizza? Maybe give us your most memorable moments over time.
The landscape itself, I feel like it's become, especially here in California, it's just become a lot more popular. And it's a lot more of like a thing, if that makes sense. Like
Pizza's a thing.
Yeah, like before it was always kind of like this, like it was a more like common food that everyone liked and everyone had an opinion about. But now it's become so highly specialized. There's so many really specific styles and opinion. Like people have really like drawn these lines between like what they like and what they don't like. Whereas before I feel like it was a stronger like pizza's good, everyone loves pizza. But now I feel like people have stronger opinions, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. I kind of think it's a bad thing, but
How so?
because I always hate that like us against them kind of mentality. I much prefer the everything is good in its own ways, but I feel like people are now looking for the bad in things as opposed to like the unifying goodness in things. I mean, pizza, I feel like has a lot of that, and there is a lot of that within the pizza community. I feel like community, society as a whole tries to find the things that are bad and that
Just
are
the negative
different.
aspect of things. So is it more of just like a human nature, or is it, you think, a lack of public education on how to appreciate pizza?
I don't know. I guess I would really say I feel like it is just times we're living in are kind of that way, and it's like
Negativity gets
it's like
clicks.
bleeding into the pizza world, and it kind of makes me sad.
I feel you. Let's talk about something positive then. How does one make the vegan pizza landscape better?
By not seeing it as a hindrance, by seeing it as an opportunity for creativity.
Tell me more.
Well, for anyone who has studied creativity, you know that like putting yourself in a box is what forces you to start looking in different directions and start thinking about things in a new way. And in the pizza world, I love a marinara pizza, but everyone's just like, oh, marinara pizza, throw some wet vegetables on there. When there's really so many new and unexplored facets that could be happening. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of wary of it because it's vegan and they have like these negative conceptions that like vegan is just not as good when it can be. But it's not just people, it's also customers have those same misconceptions. And I think it kind of holds everyone back.
I see. We're getting kicked out here, so
know we are.
One final question for you today.
Yeah.
What do you want to leave the audience with?
Put yourself in that box and really explore, like let go of the things that you think are normal and common and that pizza has to have this and pizza has to have that. Put it aside and start thinking of other new things that can go on pizza.
If you want a great resource for pizza, check out Kelly Bone. I'll link to the Instagram. You can see all of her beautiful creations, all of her cross sections of pizza, the beautiful toppings she's putting on, the amazing looking. You have great photography skills, by the way.
Yeah, I use a real camera like you're doing here.
Good tip. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Before we wrap this episode of one of the 4 series from the Pizza City Fest, I want to go ahead and remind you that I am giving away a product from Rose Hill Sourdough called the Bread Mat. And I'm giving it away to those who leave a rating for the show, 5 stars, and screenshot it and then send it over to me. You can either DM it to me or email me, idrif@whatsgooddough.com. All of that's going to be linked in the show notes. But please grab your bread mat. It's such a cool product. I fully support it because it helps save the environment because we can all do our part, right? And yes, you can have it for free. If you leave a rating, go ahead and do that. Send it to me and I'll get one over to you. I think he ships US residents only, but if he does ship internationally and you send it to me, we'll figure that out, okay? Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Again, there are 4 interviews from Pizza City Fest that I want you to check out. So go listen to my other pizza pals that are on the podcast this week. Now, I want to challenge you. If there's something that you learned or loved or appreciated, I challenge you to create something on social media that is representative of that and post it, share it, and tag me. Maybe there's something that really stuck out to you. Maybe there's a life lesson. Maybe there's a new technique. Maybe there's just a thought that really resonated with you. Please share that and tag me. I would greatly appreciate it. Please check out the other conversations from Pizza City Fest. I think you're going to love them. I appreciate you. I love you. Till next time. Peace.